Welcome back. Gainful employment and financial stability go hand in hand. For some individuals, both are a constant struggle. Here in Milwaukee, there are organizations that help. Today, we'll learn about the Thrive program at Journey House, where people are getting the support and assistance every day to stabilize their lives. And Bria is the Thrive Project Director and Financial Coach at Journey House. And welcome. Please help us understand the connection between employment and financial wellness. It is about so much more than just having or getting a paycheck.
Absolutely. Thank you, Denise. At Journey House, we have our Thrive High Performance Training and Internship model, and we provide a holistic approach, which includes financial coaching, career coaching, trauma resilience training, and employment. So we have a 4-week intensive program where anyone who's 18 years or of age or older can participate in our healthcare's career industry, banking, sports turf landscape and management, and manufacturing, and culinary is on the cusp. So we do the holistic approach where in the very first week of orientation, we're meeting with our interns to look at their financial situation. And we always say, what is your relationship with money? And how can we help you achieve your goals? So we look at a budget with each of our interns. We look at a balance sheet that has assets, like what are their assets and liabilities? Do they have investments? We look at their net worth, and we look at their credit score report with them. And we find ways, so whatever their goals are, we find ways to help them achieve their goals, short-term and long-term, and stay with them once they achieve employment. So we're with them 30, 60, 90, 180 days after employment, checking in with them to make sure they're on the right track.
When people are looking for a job, so many times their focus is getting a job, getting that paycheck, getting money come into the household. But they're not really thinking about what kind of job it is and how that contributes beyond their immediate financial needs.
So we help them. So once they get that job and, they have this paycheck, they're like, oh my gosh, we have all this extra money. What do we do with it? So at that point, we can have another meeting and really help them figure out where they can invest or where they can, decrease any excess spending to help them have more increased savings.
How do you help people really begin to take a look at not just the relationship they have with money, but the relationship they have with financial institutions? Since some people may be unbanked, they may not have an existing financial relationship.
That's happened a lot, Denise, more than I thought. So many people that I've spoken with are afraid to work with bank institutions for whatever reason. And that could be generational, but I'm here, Journey House is here to say we have amazing banking institutions as partners. They come in, volunteer their time, they provide financial coaching as well. They provide workshops. So I just talk about my own personal story with banks and how I've saved in the past. And actually having 2 banks has worked better for me. So I just share my story, and I always listen to them to find out what is the reason why that, they may not have a relationship with a bank. And a lot of it is generational. So like maybe their parents didn't do it, or maybe they didn't have guidance. So just giving them that information sparks that little light bulb to say, oh, maybe, I can walk into a bank now and feel comfortable because of what I said.
You're really helping people learn skills to develop a healthy relationship with money. That they may not have had these skills in the past, they didn't have that kind of relationship in the past.
So we really go intensive with those skills. So we have a fintech coach that helps during the 4 weeks of their training. They meet with the fintech coach, which is a financial technology coach, to get people comfortable with using different tools, online banking, mobile banking, so they can do it right from their phone. And a lot of people didn't have that understanding, and they didn't even know those things existed. Um, so from just putting cash, in a shoebox to now having a relationship with a bank, doing online banking, doing mobile banking, it just opens up their eyes and they can do so much more and collect interest on their money. So things like that, they just didn't know about. And you don't know what you don't know. So having our fintech coach meet with them every week, he meets with them on Wednesdays for 2 hours for 4 weeks. It helps them get a start and a grasp of how to manage their money, how to save their money, how to invest their money, even small. Using Robinhood or Acorn has been such a help. So just small things. People start small with $1 here or $2 there. And because Robinhood doesn't only has $1, minimum, people are starting to do that. So it's really exciting.
It just doesn't change their relationship with money. What you're doing begins to change people's lives in the short term and the long term.
Absolutely.
What can you help people really begin to see in terms of planning for financially for the long term?
So for the long term, it's really important that they understand the importance of assets and liabilities and their net worth. So having this first financial coaching session with them where we do all those things and they actually can take a look at it. And I always challenge them after we do our first financial coaching session. I always challenge them, like starting at next month. So, like we just started a cohort. So, starting next month, February 1st, write down in a journal all of your expenses. Because we went over them we've been going over them in those financial coaching sessions, they may have forgotten some things. So, we want a true, clear picture of what all of your expenses are, and maybe they forgot some things. So, really looking at what the importance is of their net worth, helping them increase their net worth over the next year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, for as long as they work with us. That is our goal, to increase their credit scores, to help them increase their credit scores, to help them increase their net worth, to help them build savings. And we also have a national savings campaign going on as well. So to help them do all those things really makes them understand that their relationship with money will change over time. Because if they see, like, oh my God, I'm in the red, like, what does that mean? I'm in the red. So having that conversation with them saying, like, well, you may be in the red now, but you won't be in the red forever. That this is just the starting point, and this is just a view, an overview of what you've told me and what it looks like, their finances right now.
And that starting point can be so helpful for people. You've had real success with people who've gone on to not just improve their credit scores and save money, but to be able to buy homes.
Absolutely. I think that is one of my favorite stories, is a young man who came to us for a manufacturing career industry. He was working in the industry. He came to us in November 2020, and he still is in touch with me now. He he his goal was to buy a home, And he was renting for many years, but he wanted to increase his credit score. And he was happy to share with me that he built his credit over 2 years and he accomplished his goals. So on June 22nd, 2022, his FICO score, his credit score went to a 792. His Vantage score was a 816. A perfect score is 850. So he was doing great things on working on building his credit, and he purchased his first home, a 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath ranch home, for just over $250,000. And that's huge for our interns, especially, making, $29.30 an hour. He
Right.
saved and saved and saved over 2 years to be able to put a big down payment on a house. And now he is a proud homeowner.
That is an incredible success story, Anne. Thank you so much for the work that you do and for being with us. You can learn more about Thrive and other programs Journey House offers at journeyhouse.org. Thanks for joining us this morning on Connect MKE. I'm your host, Denise Callaway. Make sure you tune in to our next Connect MKE show. It's all about it's all about conversations that make a difference. Be well, and we'll see you soon.